Fala galera, estamos aqui de volta com mais um vídeo do Hogwarts Legacy. Hoje a gente está indo para parte 8, se eu não me engano. Então, a gente não fez praticamente nada ainda no jogo, né? Mas, vamos lá. Então, não esqueçam de curtir o vídeo. Desde já, se inscrevam no canal se você não for inscrito ainda. Ative o sininho, enfim, comentem. Indiquem para os amigos, porque a gente tem feito... Eu tenho feito bastante vídeo aqui de jogos diferentes. E cada vez mais faremos coisas novas, muito legais aí para vocês acompanharem, beleza? Qualquer coisa pode comentar aí também que tipo de jogo que vocês querem que eu coloque aqui, beleza? Vamos lá, galera. Sucesso. Bora.
Revelio.
I just know we're finally.
Revelio.
I think rules against beasts in the dormitories should be enforced.
Revelio. Levioso.
Uma coisa que eu queria nesse
Revelio.
jogo aqui, mas eu acho que não é possível, já dei uma fuçada aí, não deu certo, é afastar um pouco a câmera, né? Que nem dá pra fazer no Red Dead Redemption lá 2. Puxar um pouco pra trás, eu prefiro jogar um pouquinho mais afastado, mas isso também não altera tanto assim a experiência.
Revelio.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Revelio. A Daedalian key. I wonder where it might lead me.
Ó, chama uma chave que de certo é aquela do...
Studying hard? Any of my
dali, ó.
There's the cabinet. How do I get this key in there?
Isso aqui é meio chatinho de fazer. Quando ela atravessa, você tem que bater direto, né?
Excellent.
Ó.
An old coin. Perhaps Nellie knows what it means.
My older sisters taught me
Bom, pegamos o
everything I
símbolo da
needed to know
casa
about
aqui.
Hogwarts before I stepped foot.
Depois a gente volta lá pra ver.
Revelio.
Cara, deixa eu mudar essa roupa aqui que ele tá usando. Tá com um traje diferente aqui, ó, mas dá pra mudar a aparência, né? Vocês já viram nos outros vídeos que tem aí.
I tried a knee reversal.
Accio.
And a historian's uniform.
Revelio.
Were you able to follow one of the Daedalian keys?
Hello, Nellie. I managed to get a Daedalian key into its lock.
Brilliant! What did you find in the cabinet?
A curious token of some sort.
Looks like a Gryffindor house token. I bet it unlocks our house chest. I call them house chests. I've seen the one in our common room and heard there are also in the other common rooms. Keep an eye out. I do hope you continue on. For so much effort, the prize must be something grand.
I should see this through and find the Gryffindor house chest.
Vamos usar o Fast Travel aqui, né? Ala Sul.
This must be my house. Seems I'll need to find more house tokens if I'm to open this. Quite a few by the look of it.
Why would I want to hear what you're good at?
Vamos ver as missões que tem aqui, então. Tem essas das chaves Dédalas, né? Que é uma missão secundária que eu peguei lá. A primeira, né? Eu não cheguei a explicar, né? Na própria missão ele fala ali. Eu sabia fazer já por causa do... que eu já tinha feito em outra jogada, né? Que eu fiz. Eu vi algumas coisinhas só, nem cheguei a terminar o jogo. E aí nessa, agora que eu tô mostrando pra vocês, foi tranquilo de fazer a primeira, mas eu já peguei algumas que são mais difíceis, assim. Vamos aqui nessa missão do Tomos e Tormentos agora, na sala do Professor Fig.
said it was a creature-induced injury, but I don't think so. I reckon he was still trying to levitate himself without magic. I didn't know that was even possible.
Revelio.
You cannot be serious. Goblins working with Rookwood? Makes no sense.
It is rather unorthodox, to say the least.
Unorthodox? It's inconceivable. It's... Ah, Fig. You have a visitor. I'll see what I can find out.
Sir, I was able to search the restricted section while you were with Professor Black. It was a book we were after.
What? That's... Wait. You accessed the restricted section? But how? Thinking on it, perhaps it's best you spare me the details.
Fair enough. In fact, the book was below the restricted section as it appeared on the map.
I want to hear everything. First, let's have a look. Oh dear. Some of these pages seem to be missing. It appears someone has got to the book before us. Still, I will need time to study what remains. Perhaps we can still salvage something useful, though it may take some time. I wonder why it was here, below Hogwarts.
I think I know, sir. I saw 2 more memories where I found the book.
Another pensive. Godric's heart.
The man we saw before, Percival Rackham, was a professor here. The first memory showed him and 3 other professors using ancient magic to restore a hamlet from a drought.
Miriam was right. And the second memory?
They were talking to a student who started as a 5th year, like I did. She could see traces of magic too.
Why those memories? Perhaps this book will explain. Now I'll have to take it with me to London. The headmaster has insisted that I speak directly to the minister about George's death.
What will you tell them about Mr. Osric's death?
I don't know how much I dare say. George tried to convince the ministry about Ranrock, but to no avail. My instinct is to follow the path we are on for the moment and keep the details to ourselves until we know more.
I understand. I'll see what I can learn about the missing pages while you're gone.
Good. Don't neglect your studies. Your wand work is improving by the day. But you'll want to pay attention in herbology and potions. There's more to magic than spellcasting.
Plenty to keep me occupied while you're gone.
You've done exceptionally well. I look forward to seeing all that you've accomplished when I return. Oh, and don't neglect your friends. You may be surprised by how much you can learn from them as well.
Revelio.
It's time to prove your dueling mettle and see if we've a new school champion. Meet me at the usual place for the final round of crossed wands. Also, the training dummy is still available.
Meet me in Lower Hogsfield as soon as possible. I would like to talk to you about Rookwood and Harlow, and it might be best to do so outside of the castle.
Bom, então surgiram outras missões aqui. Uma delas envolve ir para fora de Hogwarts. Vamos ver quais são as duas
Professor
missões.
Fig and Weasley have asked that I teach you an additional defensive spell. Please complete the assignments I have given you, and then proceed to see me in my classroom.
Então vamos lá, tem um monte de missão pra fazer aqui, né? Ó, essa aqui é com a Nath. Aí eu preciso ir pra aula de herbologia, que eu não fui ainda. Essa tarefa da professora Hecate, ó. Pelo que a gente... Ó, a gente vai aprender a espelharmos. Aí tem... Aqui das varinhas cruzadas também. E a combinação de feitiços. Tem duas missões que são com o Lucan Butterby, sei lá. Eu vou rastrear essa, que daí a gente faz ela primeiro. Localizar no mapa. Que é aqui, ó. Então vamos fazer um fast travel aí, né, cara?
Future champion coming through.
Hello, Lucan. I'd like to practice with the training dummy.
Excellent idea. This time will be a bit more of a challenge. Ready?
That'd be brilliant.
Wonderful. I'll set things up. Remember to cast all the spell combinations before the dummy lands again. If you need to stop practicing before you finish all of them, let me know.
Accio. Incendio. Leviosa.
Nicely done.
Leviosa. Accio. Incendio.
Excellent form.
Accio. Incendio. Leviosa. Accio. Incendio.
Good one. Impressive wand work. I'd hate to face you in a duel.
Thanks, Lucan. You've been a great help.
Oh, stop. Don't make me blush. Seriously, well done. Training dummies will think twice before challenging you again. Plus, you'll be even more formidable in crossed wands. Other duelists had better beware.
Hello, Lucan. Is the final round of cross wands ready?
Big match today. It all comes down to this. The moment that we find out if your training and dedication is enough to win it all. Ready for a shot at glory?
I certainly am.
Brilliant. Are you dealing with a partner?
Yes, Natty.
Then let's get started.
We can make this a real victory.
That's the spirit.
Incendio.
The one.
There goes my
Incendio.
Don't shy away from that.
Stupid one. Stupid one. Ridiculous.
Quase que não deu certo aqui, hein, galera.
What a victory! You've won the tournament!
I'm just pleased to have done as well as I did.
And we're pleased to have such a gracious champion. Now, to the victor goes the prize! And so it is my great honor to present you with this simple yet elegant token of supreme dueling accomplishment.
Thank you. It's been an honor.
You earned it. You are a duelist to be reckoned with. Now that we've definitively crowned the tournament winner, I suppose I should get back to my schoolwork. Wonder how my herbology plants are doing. I haven't tended them in ages.
Shame it's over. I was just getting started.
You can't be beat, can you?
Lost to a new student? I didn't see that coming.
The best duelist won, I suppose.
Bom, concluímos aí as 2 missões que tinha aqui.
Could you remind me how the Daedalian keys work again?
When you spot or hear a flying key, you're to follow it back to its cabinet. Inserting it in the lock is the tricky part. I hope you follow some. If you open a cabinet, I'd love to know what you find, if anything.
Aí a gente ganhou aqui um equipamento, né? Nos duelos ali, não. Na verdade, eu acho que não foi equipamento, foi outra coisa. Ó, foi isso aqui, ó. É um traje de duelista, né? Dá pra eu colocar ele lá no inventário também, quer ver? Vou mostrar pra vocês. No equipamento, né? Desculpa. Então você vem aqui, ó, aperta o quadrado pra mudar a aparência. E daí tem aqui... traje de duelista, ó, conjunto de campeão e varinhas cruzadas. Se eu colocar ele e tirar a capa, ó, ele fica com esse traje aqui, que é legalzinho também, né? Vou deixar ele por um tempo. Deixa eu só verificar se tem algum equipamento que eu posso usar que seja melhor aqui. Não. Também não. Então, vamos continuar com as missões aqui. Desafios, a gente concluiu um aqui, vamos resgatar, ó. Esse aqui, ó, coletar recompensa. Capa lendária. Esse aqui também. Luvas de Leprechaun sortudo. Então aqui são recompensas que o jogo vai te dando, né, conforme você vai concluindo algumas coisas, né? Tarefas. Então tem missões, tem combate, exploração, guia de campo, se ela precisa. E aqui, ó, por exemplo, ó, capa lendária. Foi o que eu recebi agora. Uma das aparências que tem pra capa, né? Esse sistema de aparências aqui da roupa aqui é muito legal, né? Eu gostei bastante. Vamos lá para as missões. Ó, apareceu as coleções das coisas que a gente pegou agora. Perdão. Vamos para as missões. Quais são as próximas? Tá, tem as chaves dela que a gente vai fazendo conforme vai indo, né? E a tarefa da professora Heckert. Vamos para a tarefa. Isso aqui eu não tinha visto ainda, o Ateneu, essa sala aqui. Eu vou definir o destino e vou pra cá. Aí a gente entra lá pra ver o que tem.
You know it does help to look at the thing while you're stirring.
I didn't think it was possible. And then one minute I was stirring, and the next I was swimming in the thing.
Revelio. Accio. Revelio.
Cara, eu tenho quase certeza que eu vi um livro voando aqui. Ou eu tô ficando maluco. Tem aquele baú ali que eu não abri ainda. Não posso abrir. Eu acho que essa sala que tem ali embaixo é a sala que a gente entrou na missão.
Revelio.
É sim, ó. Então eu consigo retornar, porque eu lembro que na missão que foi feita aqui, eu não consegui... Ó. Eu não consegui pegar os baús que estavam lá mais longe, né? Aí dá pra voltar. Dá pra voltar aqui e entrar, ó. Eu não vou fazer isso agora porque a gente acabou de voltar de lá, tá? Vamos voltar pra missão que a gente tem que fazer.
Good morning, Professor Garlic.
How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear.
Oh, here. You'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie.
Ah, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing together. How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacular than the bouncing bowl. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root. Accio. Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears. Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug. The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo! I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone. Now for our next task, we'll be planting Dittany at our potting tables. You can all get started. I need to have a brief word with our...
The best time to plant a seed is last season. The second best time is now.
I do wonder about Professor Fig. He's hardly ever in his classroom. Strange. Did you know that you can use the mandrake to defend yourself? Why, the very...
Revelio.
I should think Professor Garlick would be more careful with her mandrakes.
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
Actually, I enjoyed it. I couldn't help but catch your enthusiasm.
How kind of you. It seems you're already taking to herbology like a mandrake to fresh soil. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting Dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful. A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement. Niffler's Fancy or Roses?
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class. Well done! Once it can be harvested, your Dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
What should I be doing right now?
I'd like you to get some hands-on experience with the Chinese chomping cabbages. They're in the greenhouse, just across the footbridge. Mr. Pruitt will assist you with them.
Revelio.
The edges mustn't curl and turn brown like that.
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages. Up these stairs will take us there, but your lead. Nice work in Defense Against the Dark Arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian! And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. Brilliant.
Oh. Well, thank you.
I nearly put Sebastian in his place myself. I mean, I would have, if Hecate hadn't stopped me.
Didn't she stop that dragon skull from crushing you?
Typical Slytherin trick. Here we are.
Revelio.
Home of the Chinese chomping cabbage. Go on, grab a few of those cabbages. Just, now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it, and they'll do the rest. Look at that. That's on anything they can get their mouths on. Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that just have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but, well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
I suppose they could prove useful outside of the greenhouse. Nothing wrong with a bit of backup, even if it is from a cabbage.
It's chaos out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class. Take your time. I'll see you back in
Revelio.
class.
And with that helpful reminder as to why we should always wear our dragonhide gloves, I shall end our lesson here. Terribly sorry, Mr. Clopton.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you. Huh. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
Hope those mandrakes are really relishing their new pots. Only cost me my damned hair.
Beleza, mais uma missão concluída. Vamos fazer essa aqui da professora Recate. Na verdade, eu tenho que cumprir outras coisas ali. Ah tá, eu preciso me esquivar de alguns inimigos e usar o incêndio neles. Então eu acho que eu vou para essa missão aqui da Nath. Depois eu volto para ela. Ó, eu não tô ainda com esse atalho aberto, então eu vou ter que andar até lá, pelo que eu tô vendo. Mas não tem problema. Vamos ver aqui como que eu faço para sair para lá. Por aqui já facilita, então vamos.
Revelio.
Ferramentas do zelador.
Revelio. Levioso!
Eu tinha que testar isso, né, cara? Mas não aconteceu nada. Parece que aqui
This
embaixo
looks
tem
intriguing.
coisa.
Incendio! Revelio. Incendio. Levioso. Revelio.
Isso aqui tá com cara de alguma coisa que eu não aprendi a fazer ainda, então vou deixar quieto.
It is good to see you, my friend.
Hello, Natty. How are you? I hope you've recovered from our rather eventful trip to Hogsmeade.
I am well, but I have been worried about you, my friend. With Ranrock and Rookwood and Harlow after you?
I'm all right at the moment.
We did not speak about it at the time, but I am hoping now you might tell me why they were looking for you.
They want something that Professor Fig and I found at Gringotts.
When were you at Gringotts?
Just before we came to Hogwarts. In fact, it's why I was late to the sorting ceremony. A portkey brought us there after the dragon attacked our carriage.
What on earth?
There's one more thing. It's a bit odd, if I'm honest. Professor Fig says I have a rare connection to a powerful form of ancient magic.
Is that the magic you used fighting the trolls in Hogsmeade?
I think so. I'm still learning, but I can see traces of it, and I've cast magic I can't otherwise explain. I know that's a lot to absorb.
It is. And I will have more questions. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us, to all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. I realized something that day in Hogsmeade. You displayed such courage fighting that troll, and Serona wasn't intimidated one bit by Rookwood and Harlow. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matibili land. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Good. Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair. And the fact that they're working with Ranrock, well...
All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right, but how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
I beg your your pardon! How dare you threaten me?
What's going on here?
They must have come this way. Think!
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be...
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
Stupefy!
Incendio!
Oh, actually.
What is happening?
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
Get over here,
I'm not going anywhere.
you take this student on my dead
Little
I'm just warming up. How embarrassing. Oh.
Incendio!
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why two Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
You mentioned someone named Priya.
Yes, my wife. She's the one who piqued my interest in Merlin. Gave me a book when we were students at Hogwarts. Typical hard-working Hufflepuff, brilliant potioneer, has her own shop in Knockturn Alley. She's a travelling vendor. Hears what's going on in the Highlands before I do.
You're a researcher?
Nora Treadwell at your service. Historian and archaeologist specialising in Merlin's work and life.
I thought that Merlin and the tales about King Arthur's court were a myth.
Mere myth. You're lucky Sir Cadogan didn't hear you. Chatters on endlessly about his connection to Merlin from his portrait at Hogwarts. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the center. That started me thinking, what if...
The mallow sweet is meant to be placed at the center of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honors? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis. I brought a trunk chock full of mallow sweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
This trunk?
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the mallow sweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the mallow sweet on the swell, and we'll see what happens. My word! Did you see that? The vines disappeared.
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am curious about these pyres.
Incendio!
Oh, it's weird!
The flames make the pyre sink.
How beautiful! What a day. I can hardly believe it.
I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require mallow sweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you. And do be careful out here. Now, I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
Revelio!
Bom, já fizemos mais do que a própria missão que nos trouxe até aqui. Tem pelo jeito mais uma missão ali para recolher ali naquele lugar. Naquele pier que tem ali, ó. Tem uma pessoa ali. Tem mais uma ali. Vamos começar por aqui primeiro.
Hello, can I help you?
Oh, thank goodness. Yes. My name is Grace Pinch Smedley. Of the Bath Pinch Smedleys? I was hoping someone would come along soon. I was about to defy my father's wishes and would never have forgiven myself. You see, I need to retrieve something from the bottom of the lake. Might you be the one to help me?
Diving into the lake sounds like an adventure. Tell me more.
Splendid! Precisely the response I'd hoped for.
What do you need help retrieving?
Years ago, my grandfather, who fancied himself quite the astronomer, set sail from Hogsmeade Station for what was meant to be a quick stargazing cruise with my grandmother. They never returned.
I'm so sorry. What happened to them?
We can't be sure. We only know that neither they nor their boat made it back to shore. They were presumed drowned. Father was so distraught that he forbade our family from setting foot on or in the Black Lake ever again. A treasured family astrolabe vanished with them that night. If you could dive down and retrieve it, I may be able to bring my father some peace.
You seem to think I might have heard of the Bath Pinch Smedleys. Why would I know your family?
That's like asking why the sky is blue or grass is green. The Pinch Smedley name is synonymous with intellectual curiosity. We are known for our contributions to science and art, I'm surprised you haven't heard of us, frankly. But with all I plan to discover about the world around us, those that don't yet know the name certainly one day will.
What exactly is an astrolabe?
It's an astonishing ancient navigational tool, essentially a handheld model of the universe. It's mainly used for studying the stars, astronomical pursuits, but it has nearly 1,000 uses. Fascinating device. Sadly, I'd imagine it's rusted beyond repair now. Still, we'd love to have it returned to us. It would be like getting a bit of my grandparents back.
It sounds dangerous, especially for something of mere sentimental value.
I understand. But I'd be forever grateful. Of course, you may discover much more than the astrolabe. Anything else you found would be all yours. I've cross-referenced the vessel's last alleged location against the lake's topography, depth charts, and tide schedule. My best guess is that it's just over there, about a furlong from the dock. It would be wonderful to have my grandfather's astrolabe back. I do hope you find the astrolabe. It would mean so much to our family.
It sounds as if her astrolabe is just northeast of the dock. I should dive down and see.
É isso aí, a gente vai fazer isso, vai procurar a parada da guria aí. Mas a gente vai fazer isso no próximo vídeo, porque esse vídeo tá acabando. Então muito obrigado por terem assistido, não esqueçam de curtir o vídeo, se inscrever no canal, comentar, enfim, ativem o sininho aí para vocês verem também quando tiver coisa nova. Beleza, galera? Espero que tenham gostado, fiquem com Deus e até a próxima. Sucesso!